Here, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the YEEZY coin, some base plays, things like that. It's been a pretty, I ain't gonna lie, it's been a pretty red week. Pretty red week. Let's see, hold on. I'm now streaming on Retake, which we just made a video on. So I'm checking on that on the back end and seeing how that's looking. It's gonna be the first time I'm streaming over there, so I'm seeing what's up. Because this one is different. It's not like the normal streaming site, so I gotta check this out a little bit too. You guys can check it out on Retake. But let me see. I hope you guys are buying the dips. Where do you get your thoughts from? I got something called the brain, I guess. That's where it comes from. Rebel says I shorted YEEZY at launch. Oh yeah, you made some bread. Okay, send me $1 or two. Green Bean says gotta buy YEEZY for the culture. I don't know yet, but I am gonna play devil's advocate on that one, see if we need to buy it a little bit later. But let's get into it. I hope you guys are buying the dips like I've been saying. We had a bunch of data this week, and I think tomorrow Jerome is going to be talking, so we'll see how things are going to play out. Let's get into the intro here. You guys already know, if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, you guys are going to have to hit that red subscribe button. We're on the road to 20k subscribers. We like 50 subs away from like 20k right now. Then the next goal got to be like 30k subscribers. We'll see how that's going to go, but we'll see. I want to hit 20k by the end of the month. So if we could do that, that would be perfect. And you guys already know we have been killing base. You guys could check out the Patreon group, the post right there. We've been owning base from a lot of different calls, from agents to creator coins on Zora. Everything has just been working in our favor, and it's a nice little red dip. So we're going to be talking about some of these things on here as well. So if you guys want to check out that Patreon group, links will be in the description and probably in the comment section if I don't forget to, post it there, because this is a live stream. And if you guys want to pick up that ebook, The Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics, this will help you guys pick out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. Once you're able to understand market cap, FDV, vesting, supply and demand, everything that goes into picking the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio, this will help you guys with that. So check that out. Links will be in the description and the comment section down below. And today, Bitcoin, I'm not gonna lie, it took a tumble. Let's go into the price right here. It took a tumble from, what was it, about 123 to 112. Yeah, imagine what that did to your alt bags, because I'm not gonna lie, my alt bags is red. A few is looking pretty good. The creator coins on Zora got hit massively. I'm not even gonna lie, massively. I was flipping those left and right. But some strong ones, I do see a comment from Phil. Let me check that out, because some strong ones has been Flock, YEEZY, and there's a new one in there too. Yeah, Phil says Flock and YEEZY today. Yeah, they up. They're looking pretty good. A lot of good news has been coming out, especially for YEEZY. If you guys haven't been paying attention, they're getting into that RWA camp too. So with Centrifuge, we're going to be talking about that one, because I'm still a big believer in Centrifuge, even though that's a very old coin. But it's not very old, it's just from last cycle, and not a lot of people are really talking about it. But I do think that's going to be a big player in the RWA space, so we'll get into that. But yeah, let's see. Also, altcoin index right now shows we're just in between. We're at 51. I don't know when we're going to see this altcoin season that people are predicting, but I've been saying altcoin season is on base. I've been living life for the past few weeks on base, flipping these Zora coins. Actually, some OGs from virtual started coming back as well, so things is looking good on that end as of right now. Let me check. Hold on, I gotta check Retake to see if there's any comments there too, because I don't know how this is working. This is a whole new platform I'm streaming on, so hopefully it gets interesting over there. I wanted to try it out. Now I want to know what you guys think. Where do you guys think we're at on the psychology of the market cycle? I think we're in belief right now. We'll see if belief is true, or we could be in complacency. We could be there, or believe. Is one of these two as of right now. But I'm in a camp where I believe we're in belief right now. We're going to see a nice run. I think we're just having a bear trap for the end of the summer before things ramp up, but we'll see how things play out on that end. Also, I did talk about this on Millie stream. This is like to play devil's advocate as well for like the bull case going into 2026. This right now shows 2026 will be a decent period to make some good money. It's not like explosive like 2019 was, but 2026 is looking like it may be. It could be the first half of 2026, or it could be the whole 2026. But who knows? Like I told you guys, my plan. I'm already going to be DCing out by October, and we're going to figure out from there. I'm good with missing some gains from the lows, from the tops, or whatever it may go from there. But right now, we'll see how 2026 is going to play out. Right? Why I got this up here? Okay. Top gainers and top losers. There's been a lot of things that's been happening as of right now. Oracle seems to be making some plays. API 3, I forgot what news they had, but they're up 16%. Red Belly for RWAs is up here as well. OKB, an exchange token. Huobi, another exchange token, is up there as well. Scale for gaming is up here. Giza, you guys already know, we pointed that out multiple times, but it's only up 9.3% on a day. But if you guys would have been able to get it from the lows of like the few months, that's a 2x you're looking at from there. What else you got here? That's pretty much it on here, right? I thought Flock was going to be up here due to their news that they got. But for the top losers, Kita, Pinlink, Light. Light, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, but that's on the Solana side. I have moved a lot to base. And of course, you guys got YEEZY up here. We got to talk about YEEZY, but I see some comments that we're going to talk about too. I see some comments we're going to be talking about here. Hold on. I got to flip again. Back here. So QR scan, yeah, we talked about QR scan in the Discord. It was one of my gamble plays on the base ecosystem. Dave P was good. A0X has been looking pretty good. I think it has been moving up. If you guys haven't seen it, they also retweeted my video, which was solid from them. And the founder actually sent me some money. Not money, but you know, the tokens to my other wallet, which was cool. I'm just leaving it there. I'm not even going to sell it. He said it was a token of his appreciation because the video was pretty good. You guys already know, man. I'm one of the top content creators out there. But yeah, today, hold on. Let's look at the past 24 hours. It is down 17%, but the past month, it is almost up 100%. So this is still a low cap. They're going to continue to build out. We'll see what's going to happen with them. But I do think there's some potential with AI agent clones. Jesse XBT is up there. They said they're going to be trying to onboard Brian very soon here. So there's going to be some big players, big names, I should say, that may be shown on here as clones. We'll see how things is going to play out. But this is another low cap base play that we're going to be waiting out on. So now for YEEZY, I hope you guys did not. Rebel said he shorted it when it launched. From what we have learned from all these creator coins out there, meme coins, they just dump at launch. This thing actually, what was it, 3 billion? 3 billion market cap, if I'm not mistaken, something like that, right? 3 billion FDV, but they had their own token contract and everything, so they didn't come through pump fund or anything like that, and it was heavily bundled. There's a lot of people talking about it. As you can see, on-chain investigations revealed 94% of Kanye West's YEEZY meme coin was controlled by insiders. Oof. There's been a lot of discussions going on about this YEEZY coin here, if there's potential to make money from it, who will benefit it, things like that. And I'm surprised that he even bundled it like this, but maybe he needed some money. If you can see here, traders were wrecked. 56,000 wallets touched this token. 15,000 lost up to $500. 64 people lost $100K to $1 million. One person lost $1 million plus, while only 5 wallets made $1 million. Total bloodbath. Who are these 5 wallets? Yeah, you already know. These are the insiders. Everybody else, I feel bad for right now. They lost a little bit there. Of course, he posted this there. I do think there's some potential with the YEEZY coin for later on, but we gotta wait for a very long time. I'm not buying this no time soon. I'm gonna let this crash as much as possible. As you can see here, from all the creator coins that drop something, they're all down 90+%, 98+%, right? 96, right? Yeah, 96+%, because that's the lowest Iggy right there, right? And they're all just down. They come here, extract value, leave. It's crazy. But with YEEZY, I do think, because he's a big name, I do think he's already including it into his website. He's calling it YEEZY Money. So there's things he could do with it. Maybe even have a tour that has to include with the token. There's a bunch he could do to keep it afloat, keep it alive, or even pump it. So we'll see how things will play out. But I am not touching YEEZY coin for a long time, for a while. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, look at this. It just dropped. On Solana, man. On Solana, right? Everybody's pissed on. Let me see. I got some I actually got some. Oh, okay. That was just a thanks. Yeah, yeah, yeah. DP, no problem, no problem, man. But yeah, Easy Coin. Right now, we're not touching this with a 10-foot pole. We'll wait to see how it plays out. See what announcements they're going to be making, of course. Now, going to some other things here. They're starting to open up the decks, Aerodrome decks, to more people, more users. That's huge for Aerodrome. That's huge for other base altcoins as well. Right now, Arrow, let's see, past 24 hours is down 3%, but in a month, let me see if it has changed up here. It doesn't show. Okay, but in the month right now, it's having a good green month. Of course, if you guys would have seen it before the news went live, it was all over here, right here, around here, right? Then after the news gone live, you guys could have put in this was one of the easiest longs you guys could have sat on or put in right before it went live, because they told you when it was going to go live on Coinbase, and you could have just set a long from 75 cents to, let's say you was just comfortable at 120. You would have got it. You would have just killed it right there. Depending on what type of leverage you're using, 5x, 10x, I don't know how degen you are, but of course, I don't give financial advice. So right now, this is looking pretty good. It's on its way back to its previous all-time high of $2.32. Could happen within the next few months, who knows? But as you can see here, and a mere 5% of Coinbase users, now it went from 1% to now 5%, have access to DEX trading on Base so far. I don't have access to it. I'm trying to get access to it. I really want to see what it's looking like, right? What it's hitting for. As you can see here, this is just the 7th here. You can see it was like 7 billion, close to 7.5. Now it's even between 10 billion and 12.5 billion in DEX trading value. This is just going to go higher and higher and higher. The more they expand it to more users. I was on Millie's stream, and I told them, like, yo, the retail users here, they primarily use Coinbase is because it's easier for them. The normies that come into this space, they don't want to deal with your, the MetaMask seed phrases. They lose their seed phrase. They losing all their money. So they're going to be using the sexes, and the main sex they're going to be using is Coinbase, right? This is only opened up to 5% right now, and it's going to continue to roll out to more people. This volume is going to go crazy. This is going to give more exposure to base altcoins, which we're going to be talking about some of them in this stream here. Of course, you guys already know my favorites, the ones I've been telling you guys for so long, and it's starting to get attraction, especially on crypto Twitter. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now, right? I'm loving it. So Arrow is looking pretty good as of right now. I do see some comments before we get to talk about Virtual Season 3, because Virtuals is not looking too bad. What's my biggest win lately? It was an Azure ecosystem. I hit big off of Docker, ZXBT. Right now, those are pretty much it. Edge is like, what is it? Where am I at on Edge? I got to do the math. It's like 6-7x. When we talked about it, when I posted about it on my Discord group, it was like 28 million market cap. We're going to be looking at Edge again today, so that's up. It's crazy because I've been telling you guys some of these base altcoins they've been underpriced for so long that they're going to start to shoot up. Edge, what was it? Zora. You're going to have Banker. You're going to have YEEZY, TIG, Flock, some low caps that's probably going to do 5-10x from there, right? What was I just talking about here? What was I just talking about here for one of the low caps? A0X, right? A0X is another low cap. Where is it at? All right, yeah, low cap, 5 million. Doesn't take a lot to push this up. It doesn't have a lot of volume, but they're going to continue to build. Their connections with Coinbase and Base is very stable there. So, and they're continually having Twitter Spaces. So, as you can see, my biggest win so far, I would say, is Docker. It's Docker. That's the biggest win for the past month, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more. Docker's even down huge lately, huge. So I have a big bag of Docker right now. Sorry, as ZXBT, I will be adding more to Creative Office. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And Mo, yes, I do not do meme coins, really. I really don't do meme coins, but I'll trade meme coins on my own. I'm gonna put it like that. I trade meme coins on my own. I don't promote them. I don't try to call them out unless, the degens in my Patreon really want it. I tell them what meme coins I'm probably gonna trade on. If I don't get into the meme coin early, I miss out on the rest of the gains because I don't feel comfortable enough to trade it from there unless I get some insight. But that's it. Of course, meme coins. You got a bunch of content creators for meme coins, so you don't need me for that one. But if you guys know, Virgin I said Virgin. Virtual's V3 season 3, sorry, is on its way out. They have new pledges. As you guys know, the Genesis has a lot of people up in arms. You know, some people like it, some people don't. But now they're adding 3 different tiers. I think they learned this from Creator Bid a little bit more. So they're learning a little bit as they go. Of course, people first, there was a little bit of FUD because people thought it was FCFS, which is first come, first serve. But now it's not. So you're going to have 3 pledges. You're going to have 21K Virgin points, right? To get into these Genesis launches. Of course, the lower the tier, the less amount you get. 42K, 100K. These are still some decent tiers, right? And with that being said, right now Virtuals is at $1.20, right? Nothing too crazy. It hasn't done much in the past month here. It actually did go down from $1.88, and I do think they need a huge spark. They need a huge spark to come back. The thing is, that token needs a huge spark, Virtuals, but the ecosystem has been looking pretty good. I won't lie. The ecosystem, there's some OGs, some OG virtual tokens that are actually pumping right now. One of my guys has been asking me in a Discord group, like Wire has went nuts. Leo also is going nuts. Some other OGs that are just coming out the blue. There's obviously some scams. There's some, like, you know, some cabal pushers that are pushing like some little market cap. I'm gonna show you. Like right now, Mute Swap came out and they did a stealth launch. Got up to about, what is this, about 7 million FDV, 7 million market cap, and is now sitting around that 1.9, right? Nothing too crazy, right? But this is one I want you to know. Watch out for these type of tokens that are coming out. Well, not coming out, being talked about. Just, you'll see it on Deck Screener and things like that. Watch out for these. This is like from different groups. Why is it not loading here? It still hasn't loaded. All right, there we go. This is from like different groups here. Look at this. People are speculating this is from like the co-founder of Virtuals, and it went from here legitimately dead to a huge spike up to, like, what was it, 200K market cap. That's a 10x from this market cap right here, right? So they just flipped it. They just rinsed their money, whatever it is. Watch out for plays like this, man. That it's annoying, but I get caught up into it because sometimes it's a gamble. I'm just like, damn, what if this is something that could be interesting, right? But outside of that, you got new launches like Sage. Sage is coming down as of right now. Had a decent launch. I didn't get into no new Genesis launches on Virtuals lately. I've only been buying those on the ones on the market, really. This is one. RCAT. This is one of those autonomous AI trading agents, right? I do think this could do pretty well, right? As you can see, it went from, like, what was this, below $1 million market cap, way below $1 million market cap, and ran up a little bit here. And I do think it's going to take time for it to go, but these guys are constantly still building. Their app is coming out of beta very soon here. So it's kind of similar to Mammo, but I do think they're managing a huge portfolio, a bigger portfolio, right? And hold on now. I do see a comment. Unless I'm tweaking. No. Let me check while I'm here on Retake. Retake. Oh, Retake tipped me. Oh, Retake tipped me. I'm on Retake. GN. What's up, Retake? I told you guys I was gonna stream on here very soon here. We got two viewers on Retake. Nothing too crazy, but that's nice. Let's continue on here. Now from there, of course, we're going to talk about Retake. Now, Retake, I've made a whole in-depth video on it just yesterday for you guys. I think this has some good potential. This is why I'm starting to open up the stream a little bit more to here, to actually stream on here, Kick, YouTube. Of course, you guys already know the whole 9 yards, right? It's at a $3 million market cap. I think this has a potential to actually do decent, right? From Pharaoh's tweet here, Zora is like Instagram. Funny enough, we're going to talk about what Zora just pretty much did. They're bringing TikTok, Instagram short forms onto Zora, so that's pretty good. You can clearly see it's looking to be Instagram on chain, while Retake is looking to be Twitch on chain, right? So that's easy to spot right there. And recently here, this was just today, the co-founder of Zora has followed Retake. Now, I think that Zora and Retake can actually do something in terms of a partnership. We actually talked about it in the video. And I do think that if they even get included into the base app, if they get included into the base app, that's huge. That's huge for content creators, especially I have a feeling they're going to get included on, well, not included, but integrated into the base app, because they're looking to push the new, you know, on-chain social media economy. That's why they're pushing Zora so hard. I think that there's a potential that they can actually push retake the way they're trying to push Zora. And the funny thing is, Jesse already had put out a tweet. This is what got me on to retake, like I told you guys, is he said, if you're a content creator, you should be trying out retake. So this is what I'm doing, right? So there's going to be a potential here at a $3 million market cap. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a low market cap, nothing too crazy, but the R risk to reward ratio is pretty good in my opinion. So I got a little retake bag there, all right? And that leads on to Zora. Right now, Zora it's nowhere near its all-time high right now. It's coming down, right? It's at a $285 million market cap at 8 cents. Of course, the overall market does not help altcoins at all. If Bitcoin, you guys already seen, Bitcoin just took a crazy tumble from, what is it, 123K, now down to 112. We don't know where this is going to go. We don't know if it's going to bounce at right here or go below 110,000. The lower it gets, the more it hurts altcoins, right? The more it's going to hurt altcoins. So it's going to be hard to see some strong performances from altcoins here. But Zora, in my opinion, is still very strong for the base ecosystem. Once the market bounce back, Zora is going to be on the forefront of that bounce back as well. And like I said, they just recently added short form videos. Now I'm gonna see, I might do some funny videos and whatever it may be. Some of the short form videos I put on YouTube, I might put on Zora. No, not might, I'm going to put on Zora just to, you know, just to test it out, like I put out on this tweet. Okay, Zora, I'm gonna have to get in my short form video bag, right? If you guys don't know, follow me on Zora, man. I'm over here, I got 74 followers. Let's get that to 100 maybe. Let's get that to 100. And yeah, I just post nonsense. I posted something from Argentina here. Then I posted, you know, my Katsu runners that I was doing with the NFTs back in the day. So it's still here, right? Next, in that Zora ecosystem, we're going to talk about ZXBT. I hate the fact that it got a bunch of numbers. I really hate the fact that it has a bunch of numbers. But these guys, there might be some new plays coming out from, not new plays, but a new wave of content creators. And that's going to be AI content creators, right? They're sitting at $2.6 million, nothing too crazy. I do believe this has a good opportunity. It did run up to about, actually it doesn't show it here. It ran up to about $15 million market cap, a $15 million, oh well, FDV wise, it did run up to about 15 million FDV, right? And these guys, they have their own podcast. It's AI podcast. This is an AI content creator. I think this has some potential. Just to give you guys some like Zora ecosystem news and updates, base updates, I think there's some potential here. People are going to probably want to bid on it, and people already been calling it the AI XBT for the Zora ecosystem. So time will tell how things will play out with ZXBT. I do think since a lot of things is down, I told you guys one of my biggest winners, well, pretty much the biggest winner I had on the Zora ecosystem was Docker. I'm still bidding big on Docker because once Zora starts to pick up, Docker will pick up. These guys are looking to buy, they said 1%. I think they want to own 1% to 2% of all the new content creator coins on Zora. They're looking to be a fund on Zora. So this is a nice way to bet on Zora if you don't want to bet on, you know, Zora itself, Zora the token itself, because you feel like it's too high in market cap, while you have something like this at about, what is it? It doesn't even show 1.69 market cap, 1.69 million market cap. So this to me, it was at like 7 million. Yeah. So I was feeling good about this. We call it really low, really cheap too. There's a few others that are looking pretty good. Propaganda, visualize value, creator office, which is from Base Team. I'm still saying if Base is able to retweet one of their tweets, that's going to be huge for them. But yeah, so the Zora ecosystem is still looking pretty good. Nothing too crazy on that side. Well, I got two of this here. Next, Centrifuge. We got to talk about Centrifuge. If you guys don't know, they did actually just bridge over to Ethereum here. There was on Polkadot. So they do have a new contract, which is why this is out here right now. They just bridged over to Ethereum at $150 million market cap, $151 million market cap. And you guys already know they have dropped a bunch of DRWA tokens onto Coinbase. One of them is DJ AAA. I haven't traded it. because it looks wonky to me. Let me just show you guys while we are here. Let me just show you guys this one. I haven't traded this yet. I don't even know if it's on Slipstream, something like that. It just looked weird, so I didn't even buy it. But this is one of the RWA coins that they got up here from Centrifuge. So I do believe that they're going to be continuously putting out some other like funds, some other RWA tokens on Coinbase and things like that. So, and the big news that I recently saw was they are actually partnering with YEEZY, right? With 500,000 USDC pilot allocation to AI agents. This is looking pretty decent. This is looking pretty good. By partnering with YEEZY, Centrifuge positioned itself as a pioneer in AI-driven DeFi. This is big for Centrifuge and even bigger for YEEZY. If you guys don't know, we already talked about YEEZY in this video here. This was last month, right? July 29th. This is around this time, last month, right? I told you guys all the altcoins I think is going to be blowing up in this straight video. From Edge to YEEZY to TIG to Flock, Zora, Banker. So 2 so far has been running, right? Edge and Zora. Zora started it, then Edge ran. Now YEEZY is starting to get a lot of traction. Now Flock as well is getting even more traction. Not more than YEEZY, but we'll talk about that when we get to Flock. Now I'm still lagging. Well, BankerBot is still lagging as of right now, but I do think there's some potential there. Same with TIG as well, right? But like I said, it does bring us over to YEEZY. Let's look at the month chart. If you guys were able to just buy, down here, 15, 14 cents at this peak about last week, you would have been at about close to 40 cents, You would have got a better entry than I did actually, because I got in much earlier and I've DCA'd a little bit, but like I said, I believe YEEZY is going to be one of those big players on base. They've been retweeted by Ethereum, and like I said, I do have some suspicions of what's going on. That is due to what what's his name Jeff 0x Jeff on Twitter has been hinting at when it comes down to the ARM agents or whatever agents they're going to be putting out. I do think it's going to have to do something with Ethereum. We'll see though, right? So they got a lot of things going on. Of course, the agentic volume is now at 1.25 billion. They're continuously just growing. Assets under agent is 15 million. YEEZY daily holder count is 70,000. So I'm telling you guys, this is something you guys do not want to sleep on when it comes down to base. Check out the vesting, check out everything you need to do. Do your research on this one. Do not let this one slip by the wayside. That's what I'm telling you. Not financial advice, of course. I do see an extra comment here. Blessed by retake jealous, bro. Oh, Daniel, what's up? Welcome. Don't hate. I didn't think they was gonna tip me. Yeah. Them tipping me is interesting. Thank you for the tip, though. On this side, Crypto G talking mad shit about you and his group. Oh damn, I didn't expect that. That's new. Nor do I care. I don't care about crypto beef or Twitter beef. If he talking, that's one-sided. I hope he do well. That's it. He seemed like a good stand-up guy anyway, so sucks. But anyways, we move on here. Now we get on to Flock here. Flock now has gone up about 30%. 30% in a month. Nothing too crazy, right? Nothing too crazy. 24 hours. About 24 hours from about $21 million market cap to all the way about 28. Nothing too crazy. Again, like this is one of those plays I've been telling you guys not too many people are talking about, but once the time comes, people will start to talk about it, right? You guys scroll down, its all-time high was about 8 months ago where it hit 62 cents. So nothing too crazy. But why are we bringing this up again? Well, Coinbase recently just added Flock and a few others to their to the platform. AWE being one of those. I was looking into AWE but didn't get into it. Right, I was looking into it, but then it didn't seem interesting at that time. Then you got Soul Layer, and then you got SPX 69,000. And one day after being announced as United Nations AI strategic partner, I didn't see that. So this is why I wanted to highlight this again. So more people are going to be talking about Flock. I do think, like I told you guys, there's a few base plays you guys do not want to miss out on, right? And it's easily, like, you could easily see what the ones that they're going to be showing is mainly the ones that they even had in a day one stream, being Baker, being Zora, and then outside of that, the other ones that they have invested into, which could be, which I forgot the ones that they invested into. Giza, they invested into. You got AAA, they invested into, right? So those are going to be the ones they're going to be talking about, and they're going to have the other ones that they're building out on there that could be integrated into the base app, right? So that's your retake. Retake has a potential to be integrated there. You're going to have, again, Giza, Flock, also not a part of the base app, but they're going to have connections there as well. So things is looking pretty good. I've been spot on when it comes down to these base plays. Of course, there's a lot of alpha on Twitter. You guys got to check it out on Twitter, figure out all these people that are connected somehow to base, the base ecosystem, and you'll figure it out. You'll figure out these plays, especially before most of your content creators really start to talk about them and be pretty hype about them, right? Of course, you got Ghost here. Ghost is also one of the guys I think has a lot of alpha when it comes down to the base ecosystem, right? He's also watching 0xG Jeff, who I've been telling you guys multiple times. When the whole AI thing started, I said, yo, follow 0x Jeff. I'm subscribed to his Substack. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm checking out his Substack, seeing what he talking about. I'm like, damn, this man got some alpha that most people aren't even paying attention to unless you're in his Substack, right? So go ahead and check him out again. He gives a lot of base alpha, honestly, a lot of base alpha. So Ghost here just said he aped hard into Flock. So more people we're going to start to see. You can see Flock's got some serious potential. Time to ape in. And then, like, again, let's go on to, where's that tweet at? Where's that tweet at? Where's my tweet? This was last month. Could I see Flock on here? Let's see Flock on here. You got Edge here. Edge was at 16 cents in this same video. Where's Edge at now? 16 cents. Edge at 16 cents to now 60 cents. You guys could have got some decent gains just off that one video. It got up to the high of 81 cents. $1 was right there. If the market wasn't looking too crazy, $1 was right there, right? What else we got in there? Yeah, I talked a little bit about Medicaid, but Medicaid was just for the game, and I just wanted to highlight what was going on base, really. Where's Flock at? Flock right there was about 17 cents. So it's still not too crazy up from there. Not too crazy, right? So there's still some potential. Very low cap plays that's been undervalued on base for a very long time. So a lot of them are going to start getting talked about once we see this DEX integration. Where is this DEX integration? 5%. Can we see 10% very soon? 15%, 20%, 25%. How do you think that is going to react to these base altcoins here? I do think, like I said, once again, there's a lot of potential, especially the ones that is going to be focused on that base app. That base app, I've been trying to get on that base app, man, just to trade, just to see what's up. Of course, Giza got their ARM agent on there, Mammo's on there, BankerBot is on there. I think Zora's on there as well, and I'm hoping Retake gets up there. All right, Edge. Now everybody, a lot of people is talking about Edge now, right? Like you just seen in that video, is at 17 cents. I told you guys, I don't think it's going to overtake Aerodrome, but I do think it's going to be another good DEX that's going to be on base, just because of the fact you could trade on any. You can trade assets from any chain on here pretty much. This is also another DEX that allows you to trade Zora tokens. If you guys know, a lot of people have been having issues trading Zora tokens because they don't have liquidity on Uniswap. They don't have liquidity on Aerodrome. The only one really with liquidity on Aerodrome, I believe, is Docker. Maybe ZXBT, but I didn't see it. Oh, no, ZXBT as well. They do too. So those are the only two. So people are having troubles trading there, but you could trade it from, Edge, right? And right now, Edge right now is looking pretty good. All I'm saying is Edge is looking decent. There's a lot that's looking pretty good in the whole ecosystem. Base is where you guys need to be at. I want to know what you guys think about that. But of course, you guys, it's not financial advice. Let's see if there's any other comments here. There's not too many comments. It's Thursday. Nothing too crazy. We got 4 viewers on Retake. Hopefully, I'm going to continue streaming on here. We'll see what's up. Oh, yeah. I see I got a token too. So people been trading and buying and selling that. So, but I want to know what you guys think. If you guys have any other questions, what base altcoins you guys are looking at. I actually do got a new base gem that I want to trade right after the stream. I'm probably going to get a position in it because it's looking pretty good. Founder from, what was it? Co-founder from base? Yeah. a lot of base talks on that one. So once I get my position, we're gonna call it out on the Discord group. I'm probably gonna wait a little bit before we even make a video on it. So we're gonna give it a little bit of time here. So hope you guys had a good day. You know, enjoy the rest of your day. The weekend is coming up. I'm gonna be live on Millie stream tomorrow. That's probably in the AM. So stay tuned for that one. And I'll check you guys later.